Hello, thank you for watching videos on No Bruises on the Outside. I'm Roger Reynolds. This video I want to talk about exercise and how I use it in connection with mental health. Of course, we know exercise is good for everyone. The main thing I do is walking or hiking. I like to get out in nature, as you can see from this video. There's bugs right now because the sun just set, and that's part of being in nature, part of walking. If you're walking, the bugs don't get you as easily. But regarding my mental health, if I like to go for walks, I like being in nature, but particularly if something happens that I'm upset, that has bothered me, that's triggered me, that I'm irritated about, that I'm thinking about, repeated intrusive thoughts, ruminating about, um, going for a walk in nature can be really helpful because when we're irritated, there's actual body chemicals in our body, adrenaline, cortisol, other activating, energizing chemicals happening in our body. And so going for a walk can help use those up or burn those off. But the other is just being in nature is for me is calming, as long as there's not lots of biting bugs. And there are different times, there are different places that I like to go. And there are a couple times in particular where I've been pretty irritated or upset, angry, frustrated about something. There's one time I do not remember the subject, but I knew that I needed to get out for a walk and that would help me. And in this place, it's on a trail that I walk fairly often, and I was walking it fast. And I was irritated, and the thoughts about what was happening, what had irritated me or frustrated me, were going through my head. And I was probably 20 minutes into this walk or so. I remember the point where all of a sudden, the point on this trail where all of a sudden I slowed my walking. And I'd been walking quickly, and all of a sudden, pretty like I slowed down, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I've gotten a long way into this walk before I calmed down. But I did just calm down. And it was interesting to me to observe, and I talk about mindfulness in a number of other videos, and it was interesting me to observe, like, oh, I just realized I'd been walking at this fast, brisk pace, and finally, like, I burned up some of those chemicals, I stopped being irritated, and I'd kind of calmed down. And it's interesting to me to like watch that and see that happen. And had I stayed at home sitting writing, it wouldn't have had the same effect. And this getting out in nature, hearing birds is always helpful to me. I always enjoy that. Seeing animals, just seeing plants, which I know and like, which you get little pieces of in these videos. But so exercise, I mean, walking in town can be helpful, going on a treadmill can be helpful, whatever kind of exercise, maybe going swimming, going for a bike ride. But when we're irritated, frustrated, triggered, activated, whatever word you use, actually getting out and doing some physical activity to burn up those body chemicals can be helpful to help us calm down and to help us re-regulate. So that's one way that I use exercise. And if you have an exercise that you enjoy or can get to do, it can help you too. Thanks for tuning in.